All right, boys, man. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be giving free game, basically in this video, of just things I've been learning over the past couple times. First things first, I want to say I've been trying to upload on YouTube, but my YouTube was not letting me upload no videos. It was taking forever just to upload. So it's not that I was even being lacking in consistency. It was just somewhere on my YouTube. But anyways, we back, better than ever, back with the consistency and everything like that. First thing of free game I want to say is, bro, you're better off working on yourself than putting your energy out to other businesses. Now, you probably like, Tim, what do you mean by that? What I mean by working on yourself is working on your mental, meditating and manifesting. Put that energy to yourself, and guess what? Everything else on the outside will make a change. Because nothing on the outside can happen before the inside. See, most people get this misconstrued. They trying to raise their income. Everybody trying to increase their income. They want more money. You know what I'm saying? They want to increase their income to take care of their family, or they want financial freedom. But listen, that's outcome. Income is inside. That's why it's called income. So once you change internally, your outcome has to change. We got that misconstrued. That's not what income means. We change, and you probably asking, what is our income? Our self-worth and our value. It's the way we value ourselves, the way we see ourselves. Because once you change your income, which is the inside, you won't settle for less. You won't settle for bullshit jobs like 60K a year, 30K a year. You won't settle for that. Because you want to know why, gang? You changed your income. Once you change your income, your outcome and your outside world has to make the change. You don't have to worry about the outside. You don't got to put in the work out here. Put the work inside. We misconstrued grind with another type of turn, if you get what I'm saying. You feel me? See, we thought we had to grind out here and bust our ass out here and put in the work out here. Bro, hell no, we don't gotta do that, bro. We're gonna change our mental state. And guess what? We're gonna watch our world shape around us. Because life is nothing but your thoughts. It's only by the way you think. If you don't change the way you think, you cannot experience something else. You can't change the temperature of a way you think. So there's a certain way of thinking. Raise your income and your outcome will have to change. So grind mentally. Put that work in mentally. You don't physically tire yourself out. It don't make sense. That's why you have certain people in your life. You attract certain kind of people because you never changed the way you thought in the first place. The reason why you stuck is because you never changed mentally. That's why you stuck. So change your income, and your outcome has no choice but to reflect that and make that change. Oh yeah, guys, I actually want to show you this book that I've been reading lately. It's called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. One of the best fucking books I've ever read. It's life-changing advice, you feel me? And it tells you about the mind, the mindset and all that. Listen, like when I read this book, bro, it totally changed the way I thought. And it tells you the power of your subconscious mind. Listen, you can't do anything on the external to make that change. You can't. I really keep forgetting what I'm gonna say because I haven't really recorded in a minute, but bro, that's a good read. I'm just saying. I remember what I was gonna say. But what they were saying though was like, your mind has the ability for infinite riches. See, schools taught us, the world taught us that money is limited, but that's not true whatsoever. Money is infinite because your mind is infinite intelligence. So what they're saying is this shit got connection like to God and stuff like that in a sense. You feel me? Hey, hear me out before y'all just start thinking all crazy, bro. It's not like what y'all think, bro. I'm just saying it's infinite intelligence. That's what God is, infinite intelligence. God knows everything. He's everywhere. He's created everything. The whole world that's around us, he's created this whole universe. Everything. Like this phone that you're watching it on, or your computer you're watching on, that was a thought before it was actually a thing. Where do you think that thought came from? God. You feel me? Someone inspired that person to create that laptop or create that computer because of God put that image in your head. God put an image in your head. You feel what I'm saying, bro? So I'm not on that weird stuff like wherever y'all be hearing stuff from. But God put that image in your head for a reason. He wants you to make that a real thing. You feel me? So what I mean by there's infinite riches, everything is really abundant. And this is proof. Think about somebody like Elon Musk. How can a man have $400 billion? And think about how everybody else is stuck on 50K a year, 20K a year, 30K a year. Most people are not even doing 100K a year. Money is infinite because there's no way in hell a person could get so rich like that and everybody else is staying broke. You have to realize that you got to understand that it's literally a whole mindset. Think about space. Space is abundant. Space is infinite. You can't even make it out of space. You never heard no one make it out of space because it's abundant and it's infinite. So understand that. Why wouldn't wealth be the same thing? Wealth is abundance. King Solomon was the richest man supposedly to ever live. He asked God for wisdom. And guess what? God said, I'm going to give you wisdom. But not only wisdom, I'm going to give you infinite riches. I'm going to give you, the women that you desire. Because you're so smart, you have no choice but to have these other things. So why can't you ask God for wisdom? Why do you think you're not worthy enough? You are worthy enough for wisdom. You're worthy enough for everything that you desire as long as you're willing to speak that to existence and ask God. See, the problem why we don't get what we want out of life is because God said you never asked. You never asked God. You don't think you're worthy enough of attaining for what you get. You don't think you're worthy enough. See, us in churches, we be saying stuff like, God, I'm not worthy enough. I'm not worthy for this. I'm not worthy for that. And that is why you don't get what you want. Because you're saying stupid shit like saying, oh, God, I'm not worthy for this. You are worthy enough. Understand that God gave you that vision for a reason and you are worthy. Tap into it, gang. Like, what are you doing? So I'm going to go back to the infinite riches thing because I got a little carried away. Infinite riches are within your mind. Why would you settle for less? Why would you settle for, I'm going to deal with the money that's enough that goes around? Why would you deal with, I'm saying it wrong, but why would you deal with that though, right? Why would you deal with what's going around where you can enjoy money in your subconscious mind? Now, what he mean by this is when you hop in your imagination and you constantly visualize it and you constantly feel a certain kind of way about the thing that you want. You feel good. You feel love. You feel happiness. When you genuinely harmony, peace, proud of yourself. When you start to feel these things and you start to change your internal and you visualize on what you want, guess what? You're not going to settle for less. This is how I got to the level I'm at today because I'm not willing to settle for less. I'm going to always keep on staying there mentally and attract more wealth and attract more abundance. There was a lady named Cynthia Crawford. She won 112 million, actually based off of this book of The Power of the Subconscious Mind. She tapped into the power. Now, obviously, she lost the money, but she won 112 million, and she gave the money away to some of her father. She split half with her father, and then she met a personal trainer that was training her, and she lost it all because he hurried up and got married to her, which was a using thing. Now, what was the idea behind that? See, mentally, and she did start another business. Now, what was the problem with that? Mentally, she still went back to her old pattern. She went back to poor because she didn't grow up rich. She grew up kind of poor. She went back to her old mentality, and guess what? She lost it all. So she met that personal trainer. You got to understand, you're only going to meet certain people on the frequency that you're at. So understand that your mindset is a reflection of basically your life, gang. So you're meeting the wrong people. You're not with the right people. And I understand that's what I'm going through too. I still meet the wrong people. But when you got the right mindset and the right mental, you meet the right people. She did start a business. Why did her business fail? Even though after she won 112 million. Because, gang, she didn't understand the keep on expanding. See, once you get to one step and you get rich on one level, bro, it don't stop there. You start another business that you always wanted to start, and you're going to manifest that one successful too. See, she just tried to do it completely on the outside. She didn't raise her self-worth. She didn't, you know what I'm saying? She didn't raise her income, her inside. So guess what? She tried to do it on the outside, which is the outcome. What was the outcome of that? Completely lost. Her business failed because she didn't apply the same principles to what she did to get to the 112 million. She didn't apply the manifestation technique to get to that level. So money is infinite. You have to tap into the power of the subconscious mind. You have to mentally see yourself with it, or you will not see no change, gang. I'm trying to tell you. So basically what I'm saying about this is change your income. The outcome will basically on the outside, everything will change. You do not have to worry about the outcome. You don't have to do anything on the external. You want to know why? Because you're going to mentally be there. You're going to naturally take the action of both steps to get there. Naturally, things will start to flow in your life. You will meet this person here. You start finding ideas. You ran into the right research, the right TikTok videos. You feel me? You will naturally run into those things once you choose to raise your self-worth. Your self-perception of yourself. You start to have respect. You start to have love. You start to have the connection with God. You're not doing it on the outside whatsoever. So once you choose to make that mental change, that is when everything changes. You don't just completely stop after you make it to a certain level. No. Okay, I got rich on this level. You know what? Let me manifest this YouTube level. This YouTube popping up. Guess what? Now, guess what? Let's say I make $1 million off of one business. Guess what? Since I manifested my YouTube channel working and it's blowing up, now I'm making $1 million a year off this. So now I make no less than 2 million. Because guess what? I didn't settle. What did God do? He kept on expanding. Anyways, I know this video is supposed to be only 10 minutes. I do have a lot more to say, but I'm not going to keep this video too long. Do not settle for less. Raise your self-worth, raise your income, your inside, your income, and then your outside world has to make that change. Don't believe me? Look at guys like Bob Proctor. Look at everybody that's successful. Change mentally, and your outside will have no choice. If you watch to the end, let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. I'm going to catch y'all in this video. Peace, y'all.